Hi, I'm Katie Farner, Director for the Sunshine State Superstars. I thought I would make a video to share how I train my new frontline to have a successful launch party. This is something that's really incredibly important if you are going to recruit and build a team. You've got to make sure that you prepare them. The better their start, the more successful they are in the beginning, the more likely it is they're going to stick it out and actually stay with Scentsy. Not only that, but they're going to have a really successful business long term. The better they start, the better their chances. So definitely pay attention to what they're doing and how they're performing, and make sure that you are giving your best. Now, there's always different scenarios. Sometimes there are people who want nothing to do with your coaching, and sometimes there are people who will completely ignore you, and that's okay, but at least you've put in the effort and you've tried. So know that going into this. Know that over the last 5 years, not every single person I've trained has been willing or wanted to, has not wanted, but has been willing to do the things that I encourage them to do. But I still encourage them to do them nonetheless. Whether or not they do them is really up to them. All we can do is create that environment where if they're going to grab on to what I'm telling them, if they're going to take these ideas, that they will thrive. But really the choice is theirs as to whether or not they're going to take it. I just thought about this. I've got my little help wanted button on because I'm getting ready to go to a 4th of July event. Today's actually 4th of July, and I'm setting up a booth at a 4th of July event. So I'm ready to go for my event, and I got my button on and whatnot. So anyway, so that's why I have this button on right now. But anyway, so let's get back to talking about a new team member's training. I wanted our team to be able to have this video. I do have an outline on our team Facebook page in the files section that outlines kind of like a rough draft, a rough outline of how I train my new people. But this video will be another resource for you as well. And just if anybody's watching this who's not on our team, I am totally open to having the channel open to everyone. I share all of my ideas openly, but my team Facebook page is something that I keep private and exclusive just for my team. So just to let you know, if you have tried to join my team Facebook page, I'm sorry, but I only approve people in my team Facebook page who are a part of our team, just to keep it special for them. Since the channel is open to everyone in the Scentsy family, this is kind of my way to give back and share ideas to a community and a family that has blessed me with so much. This is my way to give back by sharing the ideas. So anyway, new consultant training. So first of all, you've got to put on your leadership hat. And I say this because there's a certain confidence that you need to have, or at least need to portray for a while, maybe fake it till you make it. There's a certain confidence level that you need to have in order to train new people. Now, this doesn't happen overnight. It's years of developing it. But like I said, fake it till you make it. You have to remember that they're new. You have been there. You have done that. Or at least you might be new yourself, but you're taking advice from people who have been there and done that. So know going into training them that your job is to tell them what to do. A lot of people are like, well, do you want to earn shooting star? Do you want to recruit? Do you want to have a launch party? No, don't ask them what they want to do. They don't know what they want to do. And chances are what they want to do is stay in their comfort zone, and that will prohibit them from growing. So don't be passive. Don't be passive when you're training your new people. Understand that you are their leader. Put on that leadership hat and take charge. So when a new team member joins, the very first thing I do is get them started on their list of 100. Most of the time, my new team members have joined based on their launch party date. In order to help get them the Shooting Star Award, we have them join strategically based on their launch party date. We usually have them join anywhere from 5 to 7 business days prior to their actual party. That way they're much more likely to earn the Shooting Star Award. So typically, I've already trained them and coached them on how to create their list of 100 and how to work all of that before they've even technically joined. So there's a little background info. But anyway, so the very first time we're training them, we're working on creating their list of 100. I make sure to educate them that the list of 100 is very important. Everyone who joins network marketing, no matter how casual or how seriously you want to take your business, no matter how the level that you want to work it, you still need to grow beyond your network, beyond your 100 or 80 or 60 or 50 friends and family. You always have to grow beyond that, no matter your goals, because your network can only use so much product. And in order to meet our minimum to avoid cancellation of being active in 1 month out of 3, so that's 150 in PRV in 1 month out of 3, you're probably going to need more than just your little network of customers, unless they really buy a lot and frequently. So I tell them that right off the bat so they understand. And I tell them, your list of 100, these people, these are the lifeblood of your business, kind of like a river. And each name on this river is a little stream that juts off of your river. Every stream can connect to another large river if you see that opportunity through. If not, then it's just a little stream that really doesn't go anywhere and just dead ends. So I kind of give them that visual of what their list of 100 truly represents for their future growth of their business. I tell them where to look to create this list of 100. Facebook, address book, phone, contact list in your phone. Ask your husband, ask your family, am I forgetting anybody on this list? And don't just include your best friends, include people that people that you used to work with, people you went to college with, high school with. Think of these people from your past, friends of the family, things like that. These are all people in what we consider to be your warm network. We're not talking your hot network. We're not talking your best buds. We're talking larger scale. The larger scale you are with creating your list of 100, the more opportunities you're going to find to expand beyond your network and have a great start. So that's how I coach them. So I say, once you've got your list of 100 completed, you've shown your friends, your family, the people close to you, and ask them, hey, am I forgetting anyone? Once you know your list is solid, then I want you to take a few minutes and look at each person individually. Ask yourself, how can Susie Johnson help me expand my network? Look for key triggers for that person. What are some key connections that they have that can help you expand your network? Maybe they work at a big office. They'd be a perfect person to host a catalog or a little mini tester or pouch party. Maybe they're a realtor or their spouse is a realtor. They can do Scentsy for closing gifts or open houses that they hold. Maybe someone works at a school or a nonprofit organization, or their kids are in sports. Think of fundraiser opportunities that you have buried within your list of 100. Think of who needs extra income, or who would just be fun at doing what I do. In fact, I want you to look through your list of 100 and pick one person that would be your Scentsy BFF. One person that you would love to run a business alongside, work together as a partnership. And I want you to give me the name of that person once you've thought of them, and then we're going to talk about how you approach that person. So that's how I coach them to do their list of 100. I also tell them, once you've analyzed it, go through with a highlighter and highlight with one color all the local people that you're going to invite to shop your launch party here. Then take another color highlighter and highlight all the people that you're going to ask to shop online to support your launch party. So then I teach them how to effectively invite people. Teach them what to say. And I have them make notes. I also have a YouTube video on successful ways to invite people to your launch party. So here's what I tell them. When you're inviting people to your launch party, most people will say, hey, I'm having a Scentsy party, if you are free on Saturday. That's how most people invite others to their party, which is crazy to me. A, you're not telling anybody that's your business, and B, you don't even sound like you really care if they're coming. So it's normal for new consultants to be passive like that when they're inviting people to their launch party. You've got to teach them what to say, how to say it, and have them make notes so they can have those notes in front of them when they're sending their messages or when they're calling their people. So here's how I coach them to invite people to their launch party. So you make a call to, we're going to say Susie Johnson again. So you make your call to Susie Johnson. Susie answers the call. Hey, Susie, how's it going? How's the kids? Blah, 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 whatever. Just a little brief catch up. Oh, yeah, what's new with you? Oh, with me? That's actually why I'm calling you, because I have some really exciting news. That is going to make them go, whoa, what's your exciting news? It's going to engage them instantly in the conversation. I'm calling you because I had some really exciting news I wanted to share with you. Oh, what's your news? I started a business. That makes it a joint conversation where you've got two people conversing. It's not just, oh, I started a Scentsy business, da 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 da. It makes it a conversation where they're actively involved in the conversation. So, I started a business. Oh, what are you doing? Have you heard of Scentsy yet? Their answer is going to be either, yes, I love it, no, I've never heard of it, or, oh yeah, isn't that the stuff they have at Walmart? And so I tell them how to appropriately respond. If they don't know what Scentsy is, I tell them how to explain it. Brief, catchy, intriguing. They are beautiful, decorative warmers that use electricity to safely scent your home with incredible fragrance. I fell in love with them instantly, and I know you will too. You'll throw all your candles out after you are introduced to Scentsy. It's amazing. That's how you want to describe it. A little mystery and definitely impact. So from there is when you say, I'm having a few friends over on such and such date. It would mean so much to me if you would be there to celebrate my new journey with me. Did you notice we didn't say the word party? I try to avoid the word party at all costs. Always, whether it's a launch party or not. I say, I'm having some friends over to celebrate my new business, and it would mean so much to me if you would be there. How can they say no to that? It's very difficult to say no when someone asks you that way. So then I teach them, if they tell you no, and they make these notes while we're talking. So when they make these calls, they have it in front of them so they're comfortable. We don't have this training call unless they are in front of a notepad. If I talk to them and they're in the car, we reschedule because they need to be ready to take notes. You see how much initiative I take? You see how much direction I give them? I don't really they're new. They don't want to feel like they're wafting in the breeze. They want direction. They're new. So give them that direction. Don't be afraid to say, this is what you do, this is how you say it, let's do it. Don't be afraid. They like it. They like that direction. So I tell them, if your person tells you no, I can't make it, I'm going to be away that weekend. It's okay, I totally understand. I know the party is coming up quickly. But I want to do a party with you. I want to do a party at your house. So you can get free Scentsy. You don't have to pay full price. And it would be a great way to help me expand my network and get some new customers. When would work for you? What date would work for you? Saturday, weekend, weeknight? What works for you? It's very challenging for them to say no to something like that. I teach my new people to use the word support like it's going out of style. Support, 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 support. Can I count on your support? Can I count on your support? Can I count on your support? It's all about the support. A little bit of a guilt thing, but it works. So if they say no, somehow wiggle out of doing a party, then it's meeting up with them to get them to place an order to support your launch party or getting them to order online. That's our third and final step. So that is how I teach them how to create their list of 100, what to look for when creating their list, and how to invite people to their launch party. So fast forward to our next training. Prior to this training, I have them watch 3 of my YouTube videos before we talk. I have them watch Home Party Flow. I have them watch 1 of my live presentation videos. And because I've got a couple, so depending on what I'm going to have them do, will determine which one I have them watch. And then I have them watch Close Your Scentsy Parties with higher sales and more bookings. They must watch those 3 before we talk next. That really shortens the amount of time we're on the phone. Because of the fact that they watch these videos, when we talk on the phone, we're just highlighting those key points, making it quick, and answering any questions that she has. So when it comes to the launch party, basically everything that they're going to do are in those 3 videos. So please, if you're watching this video with the mindset of training your new people, watch those 3 videos that I just talked about, and then all of this will make a lot more sense. So you kind of go over those key points. The beginning of the party is all about getting people to emotionally connect with the fragrances, and that's how you're going to do it, not from having a presentation. A presentation isn't where they're going to emotionally connect with Scentsy. It's during the smelling of the fragrances. So that's what you want to do at the beginning of the party. And that's kind of what Home Party Flow talks about. Talks about having them smell the scents, helping them with making their scent selections, making recommendations based on asking them what they enjoy in their home, getting them emotionally to fall in love with a scent. Our job is to get them to fall in love with some fragrances so they can't leave that party without Scentsy, because they love this scent and that scent, right? Okay, so hey everyone, you're gonna notice that I look completely different than I did 2 seconds ago, and that's because I wasn't able to finish that video on the 4th of July because my team member was here to pick me up to go to that event. So I had to pause on making that video, and so now here I am resuming it the next day on July 5th. So sorry for the transition and the change in my appearance, but I really liked what I shared on that first video, and I didn't want to cut a new one and try to cover everything as well as I felt like I did in the first segment of this video. So I apologize for the crude editing where I'm in 2 completely different outfits, but hey, whatever. So let's go back to talking about training your new team members for success. So we just finished talking about the beginning of the party, where you're getting them to smell the fragrances and really focusing on those important aspects of the home party. Next is the presentation. So like I mentioned before, they would have watched one of my live home party presentation videos to prepare them for their presentation. So when we were chatting on the phone, I'm letting them know that, basically you're going to do things the exact same way as the presentation showed on the video, but there are a couple things that are going to be changed because of the fact that you're a new consultant. So I teach them that when they're beginning their presentation, they want to thank everybody for coming to their party as typical, but they also want to give them some background and share with them their why. Why did you decide to join Scentsy? What is it that you're working towards? What are your goals? And when I have the opportunity to be able to come to their launch party with them, that's when I would stand up as well, and I would share some insight on, as her friends and family, I'm sure you're wondering how you can support her, blah, 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 blah. And I have a whole little spiel that I say. But if I don't get the opportunity to be there, I coach the new team member to say that. So this is basically what I say. So you would train them to say something similar, or you as their sponsor would say this when you're at the party. So I say, I want to take a second to thank you all for being here to support so-and-so with their launch party. I know it means a lot to her, and it definitely means a lot to me. I'm sure as her friends and family, you love her, you care about her, you want to support her, and I'm sure you wonder, how can I do that? Well, just being here today is definitely a help. Placing orders is of course a help to get her started. But there are things that you can do that really will make a difference. In 5 years of sponsoring people, I have seen people be successful and people who do not become successful. And one of the things that really makes a huge impact on their longevity with a company and also their long-term success is the start of their business. So your support as her friends and family, the ones closest to her, will make a huge difference on her impact and how long she's with Scentsy and her success with Scentsy. So what does supporting her look like? It looks like purchasing from her, hosting parties with her. You might think, oh, I'm not a party person. There's a party style for anybody. Facebook, online, home party like this, catalog party. There's really something for everyone, and it's a huge support to her. So parties, keeping your ears open. If you hear of an event in your community, tell her about it. She may or may not be able to do it, but at least you spread the word to her and let her know about it. Anyone that you know who needs a fundraiser, soccer teams, athletic teams, any of that stuff, dance studios, anything, churches. These are all things that you can do, leads that you can provide her to help her grow and expand her network. And also, of course, referrals are very much appreciated. Share her name, share Scentsy with other people, and send them to her. So I kind of say something along those lines and teach them, as a new recruit, if I can't be there, how to kind of share a condensed version of that. These people don't know what you need. They're not in network marketing. They don't know what a new consultant needs until you tell them. Most people would never think, oh, hey, I heard about this event on the radio. I should probably call Katie and tell her. She might want to do that. She loves vendor events. No one's going to think that unless you plant that seed. So make sure that you, as their sponsor, or as the new recruit, if you can't be there, that they're planting the seeds during their presentation and letting people know how, as a new consultant, they can help them grow. So then you would proceed as the video goes, is what I tell them. You want to start by thanking your hostess. It always begins with the hostess. Every presentation I do, I start by thanking my hostess. Now with a launch party, they don't have a hostess. They're their own hostess. So I teach them in advance. In this training call, I say, you want to ask someone to be your pretend hostess. Someone who's coming to your party that you think would have good energy and play along well with you. So you're going to do everything basically the same, except it's all pretend. So you tell her in advance, I'm going to give you a pretend gift. It's all pretend. You don't want her walking away with that item. So make sure she understands it's all pretend. And you're going to go about basically doing the same thing. So here's what I teach them to say. I want to take a second to talk about Susie. Susie is my pretend hostess for the night. You tell everyone she's your pretend hostess. And you say, I asked Susie to be my pretend hostess because I want all of you to see just how rewarding it is to host a Scentsy party with me. As a new consultant, I am so excited to spoil my first hosts, and I want them to be all of you in this room. What does that do? What does it do? It sets the tone that you are there to book parties. You are ready, you are excited, and you're ready to book some parties. That's what that says. So, I've asked so-and-so to be my pretend hostess because I want you all to see how rewarding it is to host a party with me. As a new consultant, I am so excited to spoil my first hosts, and I want them to be you ladies. So, you give her pretend gift, and you say, like I do in my videos, and this gift is just a gift from me for choosing me as her consultant. She still gets all her hostess rewards from Scentsy, free product and half-priced items. So she still goes through the rest of it like normal. The booking beads. Oh, if you get all 3 of these beads taken, you get 1 gift, and you get a half-priced item when each of those parties are held. You know, it's the same thing. So really, when it comes to the presentation, that's the only part that's different. It's a pretend hostess, and they're really diving into how can you support me, here's my goals for my new business kind of thing. The rest of the presentation is basically the same. So when I'm coaching them, I just kind of hit home on those key points and almost create an outline with them over the phone that they can follow while they're doing their presentation. Like I tell them, you know, if you want to put this on some index cards, that would be helpful with just a couple keywords to keep you on track. That's kind of how I guide them. And I kind of focus on the key points. You know, you want to talk about the business opportunities. So that's why right now, during incentive trip season, we're playing the Tropical Island game. It's a great business opportunity plug. Hey, my team and I are working on earning this trip together. I'd love for you to join us. We're having a blast while we're working on earning this and making money all while working on earning a trip together. You know, so we use that game as a business opportunity plug. And then I talk to them about kind of some key points about the warmers and wax to cover. And then maybe to highlight 1 or 2 other products that are really exciting to them. And then it's transitioning from product to hosting and what are the kinds of parties you have and all of that stuff. So we just kind of cover those key points. She's watched the video, or he has watched the video. They can watch it as many times as needed and practice, practice, practice. So the videos really help to make it really easy. And then I really focus on the booking game and the language that they use, how it can be effective or harmful. You know, if you say something like, oh, you roll the dice and you get a such and such. You only get it if you book a party. You have to book a party. If you say that, it sounds like it's a bad thing. So I teach them what kind of language to use. If you like free stuff and you like your friends and you like Scentsy, then you have nothing to lose by booking a party. You're just hanging out with your friends and getting some free stuff. So I focus on the lightheartedness of the party and not, you have to book a party. Oh my goodness. It's so ridiculous. Like, people act like, oh, I gotta book a party. Like, if they act like they're donating a kidney or something. Like, it's not a big deal, people. So I just kind of play it up that way. And I make sure to highlight, this is your gift in addition to what you'll get from Scentsy with your party. I don't go into the words qualifying party. It's not necessary. When we sit down and we're on the phone or in person and we're laying out all the details, ironing out all the details of a booking, that's when I say, okay, so a party is not officially a party until you've got $150 in sales. So no hostess rewards or booking gifts will come into play until we get $150 in sales. So that's what I coach my team members to say, and that's what I say myself. I don't throw around the word qualifying party because it's just scary. It's not even necessary. You can get the point across anyway without it. So that's the presentation point. And then they will have watched the third video, which is close your Scentsy parties with higher sales and more bookings. And that teaches them how to effectively close sales and how to effectively book parties. And so I just kind of reiterate those key points with them. So when you sit down to check out with someone, it's what's on your wish list? What'd you fall in love with today? And using that wish list as an opportunity to get them to book a party. So it's like saying, oh, I liked this and this and this, but today I'm just going to get a room spray. I mean, you've been there, right? You're watching this video, you're a consultant. Most likely, you've been there, their wish list is this long, but they're getting 1 room spray or a 3-pack of scent circles or something small like that because that's all they can afford. So that allows us an opportunity, an open door to step in and say, well, I see you rolled a number 2 when we played the dice game. You would get $10 in free product credit on top of everything you get from Scentsy just for doing a party with me. What party style works best for you? Not, would you like to book a party? No. What party style works best for you? It's much more challenging to reject that type of question than, would you like to do a party? You know what I'm saying? So that's how I coach them to close. Those are really the most important things. I don't really focus a lot on upselling because I feel like we've kind of gone over enough stuff, and the video does, of course, talk about upselling. So that's kind of a later conversation. So that's really how I train new people to do their launch party. When I'm training a new person, we don't really talk a lot about the workstation and all those monotonous things. There are tons of great videos in the training center. There are also workstation quick tips. I also have made videos that I share with them that teach them how to create orders and what different tabs are and whatnot. I don't waste precious time with my brand new recruits who I want to get certified within 30 days. I don't waste precious time saying, and this is the resources tab, and this is the contacts tab. What a waste of time. Focus on the things that truly matter, and they can watch some silly little video or read a document to learn how to work the different tabs. So focus on those things. Focus on the things that are going to move their business forward, get them sales, get them recruits, get them bookings, all of that stuff. And let the workstation teach them the rest of the stuff. And Ascent Academy. Ascent Academy is a great tool. Make sure that you're getting your new recruits following Ascent Academy. Make sure you talk to them about it and they're following the whole program because they're getting consistent emails and they're really getting very, very helpful information through Ascent Academy. So definitely make sure they're following along with that. So all in all, that is how I prepare my new recruits to invite people to their launch party and what kind of language is effective to do so and how to run the parties to build interest in the product, close the deal during your presentation, and book those parties and upsell during the closing of the party. So thanks for watching this video. I hope you found it very helpful. If you're a new consultant watching this video, getting ready to do your launch party yourself, good luck. If you're training new team members, I hope this works out well for you just like it has for me. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time around.